It's Diane, the Creative Inkster. It is Monday, January 3rd, 2022. We made it to a new year. Thank you for popping in and joining me tonight. And I hope that you will find some inspiration in what I'm going to do with this card that I made last week. I apologize in advance for my voice, which I hope lasts for the video. I've come down with a silly cold and it's just kind of settled itself in my throat. Excuse me. So, yeah, I decided for 2022 we would start off with something different on Monday nights. This is going to be about a 25 to 30-minute instructional video time. I'm going to take a card layout this week. I may do different things on different weeks. And I'm going to tell you a little bit about how I put this together, and I'm going to show you how to make another card that mirrors the layout. Okay, so today is the 3rd, tomorrow is the 4th, and that's when our our January to June catalog goes live. And that's where this funky paper comes from. So you'll see a little bit more about that afterwards when it all goes live. But I love this flower here, which is from one of our die sets. And I did get the stamp set for, but I really love the dies. So I'm going to show you that real quick. In here, they are really standalone dies. Pierced blooms, they're called. And all of the flowers and leaves and such in this have stitching on them. So there's a straight piece here and there's a bow, but the rest of it is beautiful stitching, and so I think that makes a great card element. So I got those a while back so that I could do that. And so I've got my card base, which is 8.5 by 5.5, so it's half a sheet of cardstock. For anyone who's brand new out there, I take a full sheet, cut it in half, and because the sheet comes out 8.5 by 11, and then I score it down the middle at 4.25, and I've got my card base. And then we just put a little layer on the inside here, giving a small border. So this piece of striped paper is 4 by 5.25. And then you can kind of see the vellum that I've got on over there. So it's another layer to add on, but it doesn't detract from the beautiful striped paper. So that's what I kind of like about vellum. There's a lot more you can do with it. And then my beautiful focal point and a greeting. So I'm going to replicate the same idea with a new stamp set. This is called Hello Ladybug. The stamp set's $24 and the bundle with a punch is $44. That's in Canada. And this stamp set is new from the January to June mini catalog. Here's all my billions of pieces here. As I'm going to do a couple of things that I want to show you. So just like my original card, here is my card base, half a sheet of paper. And I'm going to, normally I would score it, and I see that I didn't do that. That's okay. I can gently fold it over. Hi, Brenda. And take my bone folder and crisply burnish the edge. So there we go. Now, because this is a much darker card base, I'm going to bring in a piece of white cardstock that I'm going to stick in on the inside. This one here, no problem. I can write on that with any pen. But going into a red card might not be quite as easy. And I have certainly found that when I do my cards, because I do like using dark card bases, that I then don't go ahead and put my white pieces in. And so when I'm ready to sell the cards or give them away, or even just use them, I'm busy adding the card bases, or the card interior pieces. So I'm going to start doing that ahead of time. Pardon me. This is my layer that I'm going to stick on here. That's the back side. I like this side here. And it comes from this beautiful paper pack from the mini. It's called Flowering Fields. It's all 12 by 12 pieces. So there's the first piece I've cut. And then just some gorgeous patterns. So some very much floral, and then more of a marbled looking colors on the back. Look at that. Isn't that gorgeous? Beautiful, beautiful. And I absolutely adore this piece. This I'm going to do a lot with for sure. I'm going to have to spread it around. This would be great for horizontal cards. Vertical as well, but I really see that for horizontal cards. And then this last piece, wouldn't that be gorgeous on a wall art project? Totally. So I'm using all new stuff. It's exciting. So I've cut my layer to 4 by 5 1/4. This is a really easy duplicatable layout that you can do over and over again. Just because we've all got that paper we've got to use, right? No sense in hoarding it. Find a use for it, cut it up, and get going with it. So this is cute with the little dots on it, and I think it kind of goes with the idea of the butterfly, or ladybug rather, and the dots on the ladybug. All right, so the next piece is to put my vellum down. So here's a little trick for you. When you put vellum down, typically if you use liquid glue or you use a tape runner, you're going to see, even glue dots, you're going to see where you've glued it down. These are our adhesive sheets. They come in a package like this. They're 6 inches by 12 inches, so you can cut them down to the size you need. See, I've got a whole bunch of little small pieces in there. Okay, and I keep those because I'm going to use them. And you get 12 full sheets for about $13 for this package. It goes a long, long way. So I'm going to put this on my vellum. Now the way I've cut this sheet, I've kind of got 3 little segments here. But I'm just going to peel this off. It's double-sided, so it's sticky on one side. I know it's white on white. It's not quite as easy to see, but I cut this this adhesive sheet just a little bit smaller than my 3 by 4 1/4 inch piece of vellum because I don't want to run over and have the adhesive sticking out the edges. It'll stick down very nicely. So I'll take my bone folder and I'll just rub that over the adhesive sheet piece to help lay it down nicely. Bring that card base back in, make sure you got it right way up. And then this is going to go down on a diagonal. Then all you do is peel the adhesive backing off, and it's sticky on this side, and then this is garbage. So peel all the pieces off that you need. This is where those little pieces come in handy, honestly. It's great for die cuts and punching and anything else you want to do, but particularly for vellum, because look at that. With my bone folder, I can press it down. So I guess you can see a little bit where it's not been, where I didn't have the vellum, the adhesive on it. Sorry, this cold's making me all kinds of wonky. But there you have it. That's just a way to put that down. Now I'm going to do some stamping. Now I played with this ladybug on the weekend. And I found that it's not always easy to get a solid stamp. These are 2 pieces that are punched and put together. Not always easy to get that solid image. So I brought in my Stamparatus. This is our stamp positioning tool. It's not absolutely necessary, but it certainly is handy with this one. So there's the body I need for the ladybug. And then these are the wings. Okay, and I'm just double checking I have my glue here. Excuse me, and my ink. Okay, so let's flip this open. We're just going to punch them out, so it really doesn't matter what paper we do it on. I'm just going to use my magnets here to hold this in place. And I usually put, hi Debbie. Oh, yes, an hour change. That's okay. I'll see you when I see ya. I'll put a stamp set underneath here. It kind of evens out this, so when I'm adding the ink, it's not, if you don't have something underneath there, you're kind of working on an angle. If you've got it like this, you're good. And then you actually lay your stamps over here where you want them, sort of the stamp side down, and then reach over with this arm, press down, and that picks them up, so then you know they're going to go right where you want them to go. So I'm going to ink up my lovely little body here for the ladybug. And one thing I have found is that ink pads do spread a little bit. So I've got some on my wings that I don't want black, so I'll just wipe that off. Flip this over, and then I use this eraser, dry erase eraser, to kind of add some pressure. And what I can see is that I'm not quite getting enough ink where I want it to be. So we're going to ink it up again, which is the beauty of the Stamparatus, because I don't think I shifted it. I believe, ooh, I did shift it a little bit. I did shift it a little bit. Okay, we're going to start over. That's why we have two-sided paper. So we can goof up and start over. Just going to push this up again a little bit. Oop, a little too much. Okay, and then we're going to press this down and lift it up. Funny how it's shifting. And we're going to ink it up again. Flip that over. Oops. And if we go a second round, see how much darker that is and how much better that turned out? I'm just going to reach around and grab my other ink pad for the red. So there's the body done. Let's clean this guy up so we don't end up with ink where we don't want it to be. My guy's getting pretty stained there. He's been used quite a few times. Excuse me. Now we're going to go on the wings. So we're going to, I'm actually going to pull this a little bit closer now. I can still get in there. Oh, can't quite get in there, can I? Okay, I'm going to ink this guy up. No, I shouldn't close it. I may need it again. I'm going to flip this over and use my pressure here with my eraser and lift this up. Hey, you, stay put. And then we'll ink it up again. There we go. And we just get, the more ink you add, the stronger and darker your image is going to be, and the more close to perfect you're going to get. So let's move this guy out the way. We don't need that anymore. The other option I found when I was making cards with this is that the punch is perfect if I just punch out a black body rather than trying to stamp it. So, you know, live and learn a little bit. So we're going to take the body. Sometimes you have to cut the paper you're working with a little bit to make it fit. Slide it into the punch, just like that. And you're going to line it up. Here's a little tip for you when you're using your punches. Don't squeeze it close like you're going to punch it out. Just squeeze it enough to kind of hold it in place. And you can check that you have it positioned well. Excuse me. And then we'll do the wings. Same way. Line it up in the punch. And get it where you think it's going to be good. There we go. That turned out well. So I did one on the weekend already. Oh, and I did put the black dots in it too, so I should get those out of the stamp set and do the same thing. Here's the one I did on the weekend. So in the stamp set are these little dots that you can also stamp. So here's how you stamp the block. And we're going to, oops, upside down. We're going to add some ink here. Now, photopolymer stamps, you should be able to see where the ink is going. That should go well. Nothing's perfect, and that's okay. Stick my head over here. Okay, so then I'm not quite happy with that. I want that to be a little bit darker. So because it's photopolymer, I should be able to position it again. Right over top. There we go. And so now I have the black dots where I want them. Okay. So move that out of the way. Now we're ready to put our card together. That was an extra piece just in case. And I'm going to put a greeting on here from the stamp set. Let's see. Why don't we go with, let's try doing 2. Hello, my friend. Nasty cold. I haven't had a cold in like over 2 years. And so, you know, it figures, right? Because we've been healthy and we've been staying away from each other. And for some reason, this kind of just snuck up on me last week. So I'm going to go hello. And then on the back side, I'll put my friend. Ooh, doesn't look to be clean. Let's get him cleaned. Add some ink. Hello, my friend. There we go. Cute little tag. Boom. All right. Let's see. What was the... Oh, yes. We're going to glue these on here now. So tomorrow night I'll be back, hopefully with a better voice. And we're going to do Technique Tuesday. I have a really interesting one to show you that I learned on the weekend by watching someone's video. And we're going to get the hello my friend in here. I don't need to add ribbon to this one, but see how we're just kind of replicating the other one. So we need some dimensionals because we got to pop this guy up. These ladybugs are just adorable. I'm doing a class with this stamp set this month. And you can get in on it for sure. We're going to do 4 different cards, and you get to keep the stamp set and punch because it's going to be a bundle class. And the class fee is $60. The bundle's $44, so you're getting an amazing deal by doing it with the class. So if you're interested in doing that, let me know. This is the punch, and this is the cute stamp set. The class is over Zoom, and it's on Tuesday, Tuesday, January 25th. And you pick up your kit from my place with your stamp set and punch, and everything's ready to go when we sit down over Zoom and do it together. But if you can't watch live, that's totally fine. You can jump in another time and watch it at your own leisure and finish your cards off. Oh, I do. I have a cold. It's just kind of a drag, really, you know. Let's put some of these black dots. So these dots are new in the catalog too. Classic matte dots. And so you've got some beautiful colors here, like just the neutrals. You've got your white, vanilla, basic gray, and black. So you get a nice little variety there. All right, there is my replicated card with the cute little ladybugs. So thank you for watching. I have a couple of quick tips to share with you about this stamp set. One is, excuse me, you can take the wings, so the punched wings, not the stamped wings. Where's the punch? You can take the punched wings, I punched 6 of them out, and you can arrange them around a circle and make a flower. I'll probably show that later on in the month. And also, this stamp here on the stamp set, it is like a daisy. It matches our medium daisy punch. How cool is that? Oh, hi. Thanks for watching, Vicki. Yeah, and these are different projects with the ladybug than I'm doing later in the month in the class. So I was saying if you're interested in doing the ladybug class on January 25th, it's a stamp set and punch together and our 4 projects. But yeah, that goes with the medium daisy punch. That's very cool. All right, ladies, thank you for watching. Take good care. Have a wonderful evening. And I will be back tomorrow night at 7 o'clock for the Technique Tuesday. All right, take care. Bye.